Good morning, Dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, Dr. Monique. Happy December, Dr. Monique, and you're joined by Queen Colleen. That is a lot of fun. Well, we welcome all of you to the show, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Friday, December 2nd, 2022. It's an exciting day, Flame. It's an exciting day, ladies. We're going to get going with a really nice amount of trivia. World Cup edition. Before that happens, Dragons, let's hear what Willie has to say. Take it away, Willie.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it sits, one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Pause for the vote of silence.
Look at that. Look at that. Willie, way to go. We're so glad you led us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the moment of silence. Flame, the sun is going to rise today at 7:09. 7:09 in the morning. Queen Colleen, Dr. Monique, the sun is going to set at 4:47 again. That's neat stuff. We love that 4:47. Remember that today, Dragons. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, Dragons. It's Friday. We're in a great mood. The teachers are learning some things. You're going to learn some things all throughout today. And it's a Friday focus on the globe's big tournament right now, the World Cup. There has been a lot of action and excitement throughout the entire world with the World Cup. And today is the last day of something called group play. So the World Cup is all of these countries that are in all these groups that have 4 teams in them. Today's the last day for group play. We know, did you know this, Flame? We know 14 of the teams that have advanced. And today there'll be 2 more teams that advance. We know 14 of them. But starting tomorrow, on Saturday, watch this, Dr. Monique, starting tomorrow, there will be 2 exciting games where the winner of the game moves on and keeps playing. Right? That's called the knockout stage, which is very exciting and dramatic. And we thought it would be neat, Queen Colleen, I don't know if you know this, we thought it would be neat if we asked the Dragons, these countries that have advanced, and what continent they belong on. Right? There are 7 continents in Earth or on Earth, and let's see if we know which continent each of these countries is in for those countries that have advanced into the knockout stage, right? So, well, that's a good point, Dr. Monique. This is a big hint, Dragons, real big, right? There are no countries participating from Antarctica. They just don't have a team. Maybe they forgot, but there are no countries in Antarctica. So we can get it down to 6. There's 6 other continents where this takes place, right? So let's start with tomorrow. So tomorrow's Saturday, and Dragons, the United States, Los Estados Unidos, is playing the Netherlands, right? So we take these 2 teams as an example. Which continent is the United States in? Which continent do we live in right now? And you can pick any one of them. There's the right answer. Very good, very good. And you got it, Queen Colleen, and you got it too, Dr. Monique. North America. North America is where the United States is in. And they play the Netherlands. What continent is the Netherlands in? Yes, flank. Good. Good, it's in Europe. Europe, and you might hear that answer quite a bit, Dragon, so file that away, Europe. So, North America versus Europe, but more importantly, the United States, 10 a.m. tomorrow against the Netherlands. So the other game that happens tomorrow is Argentina versus Australia. Argentina versus Australia. So let's name that continent. Ready? Queen Colleen, Argentina is in what continent? Yes, excellent. It's in South America. And you can participate too, Dragons. If you know it, you can raise your hand or just say it out loud. Okay, so South America. And Australia, very good, Dr. Monique. Australia is in the continent of Australia. Isn't that fun? It is the only continent that is also the country that it belongs in. That is neat stuff. So we got 4. Those are all the games tomorrow, right? United States versus Netherlands, Australia versus Argentina. Now let's go to Sunday. Sunday, big game, right? France and Poland. France versus Poland on Sunday. What do you want to give them a clue, Dr. Monique? Yes, okay, Dragons, ready? Both France and Poland are in the same continent. Which continent would that be in? Which continent is that? Do we know, No, Flame, it is not in Asia. It is not in Asia. Oh, very good, Queen Colleen. It is in Europe. France and Poland are both in Europe. And then the next game, the next afternoon game, that is England versus Senegal. Okay, so England. What continent, Dragons, is England in? What is that? What is that, Queen Colleen? Do you know? Okay, we're on a roll. The ladies are on a roll. England is in Europe, Dragons. And Senegal. Senegal, I think we have some Dragons that are from Senegal. What continent is that? No, Flame, it is not in South America, even though they both begin with the letter S. It is not in South America. Good, Dr. Monique. Senegal is in Africa, a beautiful country in Africa on the western side. Very neat stuff. So those are the Sunday games, right? So now we go to Monday. Now here's the thing, Dragons. We only know one of the games on Monday, and we only know one of the games on Tuesday, and that's why today is so important for so many different countries. So let's go through the game that we know about on Monday. Japan versus Croatia. So let's go to Japan first. What continent is Japan in? Nice job, Flame. Very good. This is in Asia. This is in Asia. And then Croatia. Croatia. That could be tricky. You nailed it, Dr. Monique. Very good. It is in Europe. It is on the eastern side of Europe. So Japan versus Croatia. That is on Monday. That game's on Monday. And we know of one other game that's on Tuesday. One other game that's on Tuesday. That is Morocco versus Spain. Morocco versus Spain. What continent is Morocco in, Queen Colleen? Do you know? Very nice. Wow, you know your stuff. Morocco, Dragons, is in the continent of Africa. Well done, Queen Colleen. And then Spain. Flame it. Spain is not in South America. Yes, they do begin with the letter S, but Senegal is not in South America. Spain is not in South America. Good, Dr. Monique. Saving the day again. Spain is in Europe. Very good. Now, there are two other countries that have advanced in the World Cup. Those two countries are Brazil and Portugal. Brazil and Portugal. So let's name those continents. All right, let's start with Portugal. Queen Colleen, what continent is Portugal in? Nailed it. On the western side of Europe. Very good. Flame, what continent is Brazil in? Flame, you said... Flame... no, it's not in Europe, Flame. You said South America for all these other answers, and then you go and say Europe. No, Flame, Brazil is in South America. In fact, it is the biggest country in South America. Neat stuff, Dragons. And then there are two other spots that are open for a bunch of other teams that are playing today. We'll see how that goes. That'll be very exciting for those teams. Dragons, the World Cup, we still have 2 more weeks of World Cup action. It's probably going to be on most days, especially in the next week. So enjoy that experience. Maybe you have a team that you're rooting for. Maybe you have a team that scores a lot of goals or plays a lot of good defense. This is a good reminder. Thank you, Dr. Monique. If you're playing soccer at recess, just have a good time. It's not the World Cup. At recess, might feel like it, but it's not the World Cup. There are no referees. There are no yellow cards or red cards. You just want to play nice with your buddies, pass, defend, shoot, try to score, whatever it takes, but play nicely as you have been doing, and maybe you'll have some World Cup moments of your own when you're playing. And Willie's Pledge of Allegiance had us a quick reminder about the book fair, right? No video today, Dragons. I'm going to play a video today, but we just want you to know that the book fair ends today, and it is a superb opportunity to show your manners, because if people haven't been to the book fair, and maybe they want to go for the first time, just allow them to browse. We know that it's been very popular. A lot of kids have been going to the book fair. They've been taking time to buy gifts or buy something for themselves, but make sure that you allow others the space they need to check out, to visit Miss Bickers, and to pay accordingly. Do your best to be kind, and we'll wrap up the book fair today with a whole lot of excitement. Ta-da! It's time for the birthday box. Neat stuff. That's fun. And I know that Flame and Dr. Monique and Queen Colleen will be watching the World Cup throughout the weekend. Probably not today. We got things going on today, but we'll get a report on Monday with all the action. But let's get to the birthdays, right, Queen Colleen? Do you want to guess how many birthdays we have today? According to this list, do you think, yes, 3. Nailed it. So let's go with December 2nd. That's today, Dragons. We have Utpal. It's Utpal's birthday. Happy birthday, Utpal, in 6th grade. And, hey, Max Morrell. That's neat. Max, happy birthday to you in 4th grade. Dragons, watch this. It's Mr. Bitar's birthday. Mr. Bitar, getting the job done. Well done, Mr. Bitar, in 6th grade, helping our 6th graders get ready for middle school. Team leader, way to go, Mr. Bitar. Happy birthday. And then tomorrow, we have one special dragon that has a birthday, and that is Hussein. Hussein, happy birthday to you. Hussein in 3rd grade. That is wonderful stuff. And the mail has been picking up recently. Got some neat announcements that we want to share with you. But first, let's get to the things that are inside the mailbox, like this right here, right? Fierce, but focused. And it says, Dear Flame, I have a joke for you. Why is Camelot in the desert? Well, are we in the desert, Dr. Monique? Are we in the desert, Queen Colleen? Why is Camelot in the desert? Because that is camels a lot. That's true. There are a lot of camels if we put the school there. And maybe that's what is that? Lindsay, very, very hilarious. And then Sebastian maybe is looking for those camels. Nice submission, Sebastian. Neat stuff. That's you, Flame, looking for your camel buddies. We have a lot of things here. Oh, that's nice. Kayla in 1st grade wants to give a tasty fish to Kaylee, probably for great reasons. Neat. And then here, well, Meba in 6th grade wants to give a tasty fish to her sister Maydot because she is amazing and she works very nicely with her. Excellent and very well said. Gio wants to give a tasty fish to Salah because he is a good friend. He is a great friend. And then Maydot and Lily, aforementioned Maydot and Lily, want to give a tasty fish to Natalie. Natalie has been doing really great stuff. Thank you, Natalie. That is a nice way to appreciate someone. Hannah in 4th grade wants to give a tasty fish to Divya. She is a great friend. Nice work. Thank you. Abby wants to give a tasty fish to Miss Stoffer. That's really kind. She is a very nice teacher. Well said, Abby. Thanks for doing that. Nora Morgan just wants everyone to feel great. Passing the love, making sure we're cared for, thinking of others. Very nicely said, Nora. And then Usman, tasty fish coming the way to Carlos. Way to go, Usman. Helping out Carlos, making him feel appreciated. Can't forget about Coy. K-H, Oy wants to give a tasty fish to Frankie. And when Coy's wound up, Frankie keeps him calm. The balance. Coy, nice submission. Frankie, way to keep Coy very calm. Got an online admission here. Watch this, Dragon. So this comes from Reese Wilk and her Girl Scout troop. There will be a huge box coming our way that we can donate coats to. If you have a brand new coat or a gently used coat that you would like to donate, the Girl Scouts, Reese's Girl Scouts troop, is going to be collecting coats for the coat drive starting Monday, and it'll go all the way for the next, I want to say, 8 school days after that. There'll be a box, there'll be a couple boxes where you can send your coats to kids that need to stay warm or parents that need to stay warm. If you have something and you'd like to donate it, thank you, Reese, for this submission. We'll remind the Dragons throughout next week about the coat drive. That's neat stuff. And what did you say, Dr. Monique? You put it over here again. That's funny stuff. Now, Dragons, what was the animal that was the friend of Flame yesterday? What was that friend of Flame? Who remembers, Dragons, who remembers what that friend was? We've got a couple of them. And maybe this is a friendly reminder that if it's slow, Gert, and it's go, Gert, it must be from Miss Flaherty. Miss Flaherty, bring the mail on Fridays. Never disappoints. Watch this. Here we go. Good morning, Flame. Good morning, Dragons. The kindness is everywhere. And I'm amazed about how calm and kind our dragons have been since they've returned from Thanksgiving break. Dragons, when you have a moment and you can take those couple of seconds to be kind to someone, it makes all the difference in the world. You've shown that this week. Keep it going all the way through into the winter break. I'm very proud of you and proud of everything that you have done to be the goodness. Lots of love, Miss Flaherty. P.S. I gave this puzzle to our class and I think they really enjoyed it. Could you please show it to the dragons and see if they want a little activity to start their week? Well, is that what this is? Okay, let's do it. Dragons, ready? Time to focus. So I'm going to put this on the screen. This is from Miss Flaherty. And hopefully it shows up really nicely. And we'll read it really quickly. Okay, so I'll leave this up here. And it says, find the value of each symbol in the area model so that the model represents the value 384. That's high level math. Dragons, do you think you can solve this puzzle? I bet some of you can if you want a challenge. And then the second paragraph says, for example, the value of the turkey is 10. Okay, so Miss Flaherty gave us that the value of the turkey is 10, right? So think 10 times blank equals 200. Oh, well, some of the dragons know that. 10 times blank equals 200. Okay, that answer will give you the value of the sunflower. That's the value at the top. So 10 times blank equals 200. That is what the sunflower then equals. You can also use that same strategy to get the value of the acorns by thinking 4 times blank equals 24. Well, look at that puzzle. And teachers or supporters, feel free to freeze this and use this as a neat little puzzle that you can use right now. But that is a neat thing that you can just, talk about an academic warm-up. That Flame, that is great. Miss Flaherty, making sure that we're aware of how kind everyone is, making sure that our brains are activated for the end of this week. That is a full show, Dragons. We're off to a great start for the weekend. Show your kindness, right? Be thinking at all times. Being the goodness is what it's about this year, and we're so appreciative of everything that you're doing to make that happen. So, on behalf of Flame, on behalf of Dr. Monique, and on behalf of Queen Colleen, I'm Mr. Salerno. Enjoy your weekend today, Dragons. See the goodness, be the goodness, and we can't wait to see you next week. Thanks, everyone.